Welcome to the Conversation Lab.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Conversation Lab. My name is Onome, and with me today is Donald, Joseph, and Blessing. Before we dive into it, can you please like, share, and subscribe to our channel? Okay, you know how we do it. We bring a topic and we dissect it, air our own opinions. Today's topic is financial compatibility 50-50 or fully combined. What team are you? Let us know in the comment section. Who will I start with today? Okay, Blessing. What team are you? Team 50-50 or team fully combined?
Definitely not team 50-50.
Okay.
So I'll go with proportional splitting.
Okay.
That's where I stand. So that means that it sits in the middle. When life situation changes, it means that the income, the sharing responsibility changes and shifts as well. So yeah.
Okay. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Hold on. How about Donald? Team 50
Well,
or what?
in the modern day life, where equality, equity, justice
Okay.
is the order of the day in quotes,
Okay.
then it means that partner X should, as a matter of fact, contribute to the welfare, financial welfare of the home. So I'll be playing a double agent today, right? And I will probably tilt myself towards more to 50-50 rather than combined. That's my thought.
Okay. You will shed more light on that, but hold on. Joseph, what's your thoughts on that? 50-50 or fully combined? What do you think about what they both said?
Well, it depends. Depends. I think it depends on the couple, right?
Okay.
I think 50-50 will work sometimes. I think what was your exact word? The proportional split will work sometimes. Again, because if you think about it, right, what somebody may be earning, I don't know, maybe 30% more than what the other person is earning, or maybe 50% more than what the other person is earning. So in that case, it will make sense to split the bills proportionally to what they're earning. But where, let's say, I don't know, they're making similar amount of money, it will make sense to be 50-50. So I think I'll be on the fence here. Sometimes I'll tilt towards him, sometimes I'll tilt towards her.
Okay, good. And Donald, could you please expatiate on your 50-50 principle?
Okay. Yeah, I think if I'm completely honest, right, the 50-50 principle I'm talking about, just like Joseph said, is all about the amount of money the couples actually earn.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be fair to say a couple is earning, let's say, a 28K per annum salary
Okay.
or a wage, and couple X is earning. Sorry, I keep using X and Y.
No, it's okay. It's
just
okay.
makes things a bit easier.
X, Y, A, and B, whatever.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, the other couple is earning, let's say, 48 grand.
Okay.
It would be absolutely unfair to say both parties. So when I'm saying 50-50, I'm actually looking at it. Remember, I said in a world where equality,
Fairness,
and justice is the order of the day. I just feel that both couples should have that responsibility of financially contributing towards the betterment of their home, right? And it is it's no longer fashionable where only one couple. In the old days, it used to be the man. Yeah, the man takes the full responsibility with his whole chest and carry the financial burden of the house, while the woman is just like we would call it those days, a full housewife. It doesn't work in a modern day society.
So are you saying that you're doing 50-50, or are you diving towards my direction, which is the proportional splitting? Because you made mention of 28K and about 50 something K.
Yeah, so that's
so in that situation, are you still standing on your ground saying that you will be doing 50-50, or in that scenario you'll be doing let's say 70-30%, which is my proportional splitting?
Yeah, so the way it works, right? I believe that there should be a clear communication in relationships, right? And situation can change over time.
Yeah,
Do you get it?
Okay.
Yeah, situation can change over time. But the reason I said I was going towards 50-50 is based on modern day marriage and relationship, right? I wouldn't be in a position where my wife and I don't know if that's what you mean, but this is where I stand or what I stand for. I wouldn't be in a situation where my wife earns similar wage like myself, and I'm expected to contribute 80% to the marriage in terms of financial, either financial or even I'll bring it to the other side, but we're actually talking about financial part of it now, where I will not make 80% and she's making just 20%.
So
It doesn't work.
if you both have, if your wife earns £50,000 and
Mhm.
you earn £50,000, how would the ratio be?
50-50.
That's what he's saying, 50-50.
Absolutely.
So 50-50, okay, good. And if you earn, let's say, £90,000 and your wife earns 50,000, what's gonna be the ratio?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think that's what he's trying to
50,
explain. He hasn't landed.
the 50-50 I'm saying,
Okay.
right? I'm not saying that she'll bring 50K and I'll bring 50K. For example, okay, let me make it for our audience in the UK. I think 50K is just too ambiguous. So I'll bring like maybe on a monthly basis where you need to pay mortgage and probably maybe we'll wrap everything to like 3K,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
That's going to 3,000 pounds,
Okay.
right? That's going to settle all bills, right?
Mhm.
When I'm talking about 50-50, I'm not actually saying she brings 1,005 if she's earning less.
Okay.
I'm talking about 50% contribution from your own wage.
So
Do you get
So regardless
Wait,
of how much they
she
earn, your partner brings 50% towards it, and you bring 50% towards it, regardless of how much they earn. Is that correct? So I
Yes.
don't understand where you
Yes.
stand.
Yes. I don't know if what I
I think
said.
if I don't know if let me just say what I think you're saying.
Mhm.
I think okay, like he said about equality and fairness. These days, house chores are is not dependent on whoever is doing it. If you want to monetize it, that's a contribution as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if partner X is earning less, for example, I don't know if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
If partner X is earning less, for example, and the person could balance up with financial chores. If you have the person has more time, for example, the person is earning less and has more time, the person could do more things at home. That if you would necessarily pay someone else to do it for you.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know if you get what.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
that-
I get
No,
you.
Is that what you're trying to say?
no, that isn't what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, so could you please
see,
explain?
I'll explain better, right? What I'm saying is that let's say 50, that means you are earning 5K in the month.
Yeah.
5,000 pounds, right?
Right.
I'm saying make contribution of 50% of your 5,000 pounds.
Okay.
If I'm earning 10,000 pounds, I make contribution of 50% of my 10,000 pounds. So you are not in any way, you are not surcharged per se, right? So you are bringing a contribution of 50% into the table and bringing the contribution. So I think that's where my own fairness.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, Joseph. Don't you think that will bring about resentment? If I earn less and I'm still bringing 50% of what I'm earning,
Mhm.
and so it means you have more disposable income for
At
you
the
to
end of the
use
day.
at the end of the day.
Yep.
Don't you think it will bring about resentment?
It doesn't. I feel a more. I mean, I go back to the word equity, right? We are saying gender equality. That's the deal.
That's
Yeah.
nicely.
What
That's the
if
deal.
that amount, the 50% and what you own 50% is not enough to cater for the needs of the house?
No, I mean, from what I just said, right? It should be, assuming, right?
Okay.
If there is not, and I am in the position of doing more, again, that's where clear communication, I think, comes in a
Hold it.
relationship.
Joseph, can we please hear from you? Just one
Okay.
minute again.
I don't think I agree with what you're saying, Donald, because what you're saying sounds more like proportionality and not really
Yeah,
50-50. Because you're saying you bring 50% of your income and she brings 50%. It sounds more like proportionality because I may have gotten the question wrong, but I thought the question meant, let's say, I don't know, we wanted to buy something that's worth £1,000, right? You bring 500, she brings 500. That's what I understood by 50-50. But if we go by what you're saying, then it's not going to be fair.
No. So, guys, I think we are misunderstanding. Blessing asked the question, and the question was that what if X is earning lesser? So I propose this particular one in that particular situation. Remember that I said that if we are both earning 50K, it's 50-50. You bring 500, I bring 500.
So,
but I think she asked the question because of the understanding.
Just to understand what you meant by
because right now
50-50.
I'm still in between. I don't really get.
Yeah, so I'm saying 50-50. Split the bill 50-50. I'll make it really very clear so it's easier for everybody to understand. We are buying something of 1K. Okay, wifey. Can I have your 500?
What if wifey is not in the position? Let's just say wifey now
Yeah.
because it can go both ways. It can be a man, can be a woman. What if the other partner cannot afford the 500, 50, the 500? If you want to buy something 1,000, you say bring 500.
Mm.
And rather be the man or the woman cannot afford the 500. What do you do?
So well, I think we're running around circles here. I've just said if the other person cannot, if let's say we earn the same amount,
Okay.
50,000 pounds per year, I should be asking the question, what are you using your money for? It's the right question. It is the right question. What are you using your money for? Because I bring my own part of the deal to the sea. Marriage is contractual. I think that's the right word,
Oh
right?
my
Well,
goodness.
yes, it is.
That's a
It
strong
is.
word. Please
It
drop
is.
your comments.
It is. Because
do
everybody
you
needs to
think?
bring something on the table. I've said gone are the days where somebody is feeling like I don't want to use the word, the person is feeling like, okay, I can use my money for whatever I need to use it for, buy the latest Gucci bag and whatever it is. Why me, I'm the man of the house, I spend all my money on the house, right? It doesn't work. And I'll tell you the reason why the dynamics is changing these days, right? There's just a lot of uncertainty about the way things work now. Back in the day, if that marriage goes south, we're not praying for these things, but it does happen now. We need to bring that into consideration,
Sure.
right? Back in the day, if anything happened, the man has the autonomy to make a decision about how things are done. But these days, it is not so.
50-50 in the court of law.
Even in the court of law. That's why I use the word contractual. See, I know. See, I understand, ladies, you will not like me for this, but I will need to speak the truth. You guys know me for the truth. And
No.
that's
It's
yeah,
not
hold
necessary.
on,
It
hold on.
is
Okay,
your
okay, you guys know me
it's
for
your
the
truth.
truth. I know my fellow gender is going to support me. But
Not really.
it's the honest
Are you?
reality. It's the honest reality. And I'll tell you why. Myself and my wife,
Okay.
we went to get a mortgage,
All right.
right? 500k. Total cost of the mortgage. And I'm paying all the mortgage.
Allegedly, please. So the viewers are thinking.
It's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical scenario. Okay, so and I am paying the full mortgage,
Okay.
right? And I'm also supporting. Let's say wife is supporting with some other things, right? Now the cost of that full mortgage is on me. I also will fuel my car, go to places. I also will take her on holiday as well, right?
That's what you signed up for.
That's a big burden. But this is where I'm going. I know.
It's not a budget. It's not
Wait,
literally a budget.
it is
You're
financial
taking care of
burden.
your wife.
It is financial burden. It is financial
Okay.
burden. Now I'll tell you this is where I'm going with this, right? And God forbid anything happen with that marriage. I finished paying the mortgage.
Okay.
Is in both of us our names.
Okay.
What do you think happened in that particular?
You split it 50-50.
That's why the 10-50-50, that's where it comes in. You should be able to contribute because I've just used my entire life savings to make a plan for ourselves, for our future. I put my life on the line. And anything goes south, the court doesn't recognize that it is X. It has to be what it is. So for me to see, there are times that as men, I'll be very plain here. There needs to be that sort of protection for yourself.
Are you
So,
planning?
not being greedy.
so 50-50 is a sort of protection.
Yeah, it is. It
And
is.
then you made mention of something that equality. I think you were driving towards equality.
Yeah.
50-50 doesn't mean equality.
What does it mean?
It doesn't. In my own
No,
sense.
I think
in my
for
own-
some women,
What does it
for
mean?
some
What does
women,
it mean to
you?
it gives them it makes them feel like they have a say in whatever is going on.
So that's
Because
where
they contribute.
That's where
They've contributed the way you've
Yeah.
contributed, so
Exactly.
they have a say
But,
as
but
well.
then that's where open communication comes to play. So we have couple X and couple Y. Couple X earns 70%. Couple Y earns 30%. You do
Okay.
not expect that they should contribute 50-50 at that point. It will emotionally stress couple Y because then you are putting a lot of financial burden on them, emotional burden, physical burden. And first, you talked about house chores, equating
Yeah.
as well. You don't even know if that couple Y, let's assume the couple Y is a lady.
Yeah.
You don't know how she's taking care of the children. She's also stressed,
cleaning the house.
with the children, chores, cleaning the house. So I feel like
Make
it's
sure
not
the
fair.
house runs.
So those couple, for example, coming back to the equality, she can also still feel like she also has a say in the house. How? Open communication. You guys talk about it. Okay, fine. I earn certain amount of money. Proportional split involves when life changes, for
Mm.
example, tomorrow,
Mm.
let's say you're my husband, for example,
Mm.
tomorrow you might not be earning 70%.
Mhm.
I might be the one earning 70%. So
Mm.
that means the ball shifts.
Yep.
Which means that I give more, I contribute more towards the marriage, and you contribute less.
Mhm.
So it doesn't. So if you're doing 50-50, you're putting a lot of financial burden on me.
But that's
Which means
why
that if you want to go on holiday, I need
Mm.
to fund something that will be ridiculous at the end of the day.
How is it ridiculous?
okay,
What
that's
makes that
wait,
ridiculous?
Because if you're earning more than me,
calm down, guys. Calm down, guys. I just subscribed, like, and share. So calm down. I think that's where, like I always say, these are the things we should discuss before getting married.
true.
It's not like when you get into marriage, so you know what you're signing up for.
Mm.
It's not like, I know life can change, things change,
Yes.
so you can adjust. But I don't think it's something you should go to. Like I always say, go to the cinemas, eat popcorn, go out. That's all you do. Then you get married and start. It will always cause a rift. But if you've had that understanding, you know what you're signing up for. If this person has the same goal and visions like I do, because I feel like for me, I'm in between 50-50. For 50-50, I feel like if you're doing 50-50, I don't know if I was waiting for him to say for 50-50, it gives you, for some women especially, they think that it gives them
The
independence.
voice.
It gives them a voice.
So
I think
that's
works.
where
That
the
works.
equality.
No,
That's where the equality comes
I think
in.
that will
Because
always work.
no, because wait,
you don't have
hold
the
on,
same
hold on,
spending-
hold on.
Eh?
If this was the reverse,
Okay.
if this was, I'll tell you where I'm going with all this, right? If this was the reverse, right,
Okay.
the other gender will say we want equality.
Wait,
And hold on,
Name the
hold on.
name the gender
Not
with your
equality
hold on.
based on this situation.
Donald,
The
call the
equality we are
sorry.
looking for is
Sorry.
not based
No,
on this
wait, hold on. This blessing has just exploded something inside my head. So there is this scenario where equality should be allowed, and then there is this scenario where
No.
equality should be put
I
in the
think
field.
there should be no.
No, sorry, host, I have to cut you
Okay,
there.
I got you. Sir.
If we say, because I completely understand what Donald is saying. These days we hear our ears will not stop hearing
They won't stop it.
equality this, equality that. So when we talk about bringing money in the house, we should also talk about equality.
It should be
So,
So Joseph,
when we talk about it, when we talk about all these things that used to be traditionally a man's role to do, we should also talk about equality.
Okay, do you want to go towards that?
No, I'm only addressing the
traditionally,
statement that we are not talking about equality.
okay, fine. Because you were driving into something that was really, really nice. Traditionally, who should be taking care of the home? If you want to go back,
I don't
to
think
the
we should go
remember,
there
don't
because
go there.
men these days
Uh-uh.
they take care of their kids as well.
Yes.
Remember.
They do school runs, they cook.
not all of them.
No.
No.
So the reason why I said what I said was right.
Okay.
Donna clearly stated that in those days it used to be like this, but now equality.
Yeah.
And I put the reason why I feel it should be this way at this particular time.
I feel like it is. I understand where you're coming from. I understand it, but I feel it's unfair on your partner if you earn. Again, I'm still saying the 70% and your partner earns 30%, and you still expect your partner to bring 50% towards expenditures in your home.
So
It
I
is
think for me, I think
absolutely wrong.
50-50 will only work if both partners have the same
So
spending
that's
culture.
exactly.
See, I think, see, viewers, I'm not bad, I'm not wicked. I think these guys in
Let us know your comment.
they don't just understand what I'm saying. I painted two scenarios. That's what I said. I said if it's a case of my wife, my partner, we work in the same place, the same department, the same. I won't say the same team. Obviously, modern day it doesn't work, right? And I know our pay is very similar to what I earn. Why not? Bring your 50, put your 50 on the table. I put my 50. But I'm saying that I understand.
Why don't you let her have baby girl treatment and spend her
So
money?
are you in between? I want to
What
ask
do you
you a
mean?
question.
No,
Are you in between or you're 50-50? Because I still don't understand
I said I played double agent. I said it at the beginning.
Well,
I'm
But
not
you said
tilting
you're
more to
I said I'm
50-50.
tilting more towards 50-50.
Okay.
And I'm putting a very clear definition of what I meant by when it has to be 50-50 and when I feel communication can help and you understand that 50-50 will not work.
Okay, do not.
By all means, it's not in all scenarios that 50-50
For
will
me,
We get to
the
know. No,
only
blessing.
way 50-50 can work, it's if my partner earns the same salary as me, That is
Okay, you've answered what I was
It's
about to
fair
ask.
enough.
Okay.
Then not when you earn more than me, you expect me
Mm.
to contribute 50%. Or when
Mm.
it won't work.
So please, viewers, have the conversation before you get married. If you're not married. So you guys don't get a loggerheads. No, no, it's
Fair
true.
deal.
Joseph, do you have anything to contribute?
Yeah, I'd just like to ask both of them
Okay.
questions. So, Blessing, you've said if the partner earns more, the partner should bring more to the table. And if the partner earns less, you will bring more to the table.
Yeah.
So when the partner earns more and the partner says, I think we are present day,
Yeah.
we need to pass that equality.
Uh-huh.
We need to bring it to a amount. It's not my fault that you don't earn more. What are you going to do in that?
It's not your fault. But it's actually my fault that I did not marry somebody that has similar.
Sense has come to me.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yes.
communication plays a lot. Plays a lot.
Yeah, because it's very easy to say. Oh,
Because sometimes the person that brings more might start to feel burdened.
The only way they might feel burdened is if they are bringing. At the end of the day, they don't have a disposable income. Mind you, if the partner contributes 70%, let's say, okay, fine, the partner earns £45,000 per annum,
Okay.
and the lady earns £22,000 per annum. If the partner brings 60% from his salary towards the expenses in the house, and the wife brings, let's say, 40%, there is no way you can tell me that partner does not have a disposable income to fall back to, which means that the financial body you're talking about is ruled out.
Can I ask you a question?
It's only if the other partner says, "Oh, my money is too small, so I'm not going to contribute towards the house chores, or towards the house bills." Then it will be a financial burden on the partner.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Like Donald rightly said, equality. Let's say you and your partner brings 80% and you bring 20%, you get a house. Let's not say a mortgage now. Let's say like in African countries where you can just get a house.
Yeah.
So if peradventure the relationship ends, don't you think it's be difficult to split? How do you go about sharing what you've got? Because I feel like if relationship ends with fully combined, things like that, they are very difficult to untangle. How do you go about the split? Why with 50-50 it's easy?
To be honest, with 50-50,
because you might not remember how much you've contributed.
With 50-50, it is totally easier to split at that point because you guys contributed X amount of money, the other party contributed the same amount of money.
So
but with the proportional split, you can't. However, I think this whole thing in terms of 50-50 and proportional split, it depends on the family, what works for you. What works for you at the end of the day? Because if you want to impose a 50-50 into a family where you know that partner A is already struggling and then earns even less, will that person even want to wake up the next day to even do anything?
No, I think that's where we'll probably have an intersect, right? I will agree with you on that particular the comment that you made just now, right? I've said here that communication is key, right? It doesn't, I will continually say what I've proposed or what I said I stand for, I am tilting towards. It doesn't work in our relationship. It doesn't work in us.
That's why you should have the discussion.
Discussion is very key. It's key. You must know your partner. You must know what works. You must, all what we are saying now, please guys, if you are listening and you probably are thinking about it, bring them on the table. Have a nice conversation with your partner.
It's a nice
I know we had a conversation when we talk about runaway funds. You might need to put it on the table now. Look at your income. Look at your expenditure.
Sorry,
right?
If you guys haven't watched the episode he's talking about, just go.
You have to.
Go
You have to.
videos.
You have to.
On the title, runaway funds. If you watch it, you understand what it's talking about.
Yeah, so please put everything on the table. Have a proper discussion to say, oh, babe, or whatever you call yourself, sweet names. And like, okay, how do we go about this? And going by what Blessing was referring to, right? You talked about disposable income. Remember, on this particular episode that we are talking just now, from the perspective I'm looking at it from, I'm actually looking at it as the maintenance of the running of the home. 50-50. It doesn't by any means if I have another £10,000 store out somewhere that I cannot take you to a nice restaurant or buy you a Gucci bag. But I'm saying that I want you to be responsible, financially responsible. contribute in the betterment of your home. You
Equal.
see, that part
wait,
equality has
listen,
the other
equality
part has
will not
the
listen.
non-equality that has to come from me.
I will not listen. Donald, I have something. You know, with 50-50, non-monetary contributions are not necessarily put into account.
Yeah, true.
No. Again.
So is that fair?
No. Again, I said, remember, guys. Probably I didn't say that when I was supposed to say. I said I have two ways. I said monetary and non-monetary. The non-monetary part, I also stand with that.
The house chores.
The house chores is 50-50.
Good.
I'm not in support.
I support
any-
it 100%.
Yes, see, the other gender is supporting them. Yeah, I am not in any way supporting that. A husband, I'll be very plain because I'm talking about myself now. I'm talking about guys, so I'll be very plain, guys. I'll use our names. A guy come from work, a married man, and is waiting for a partner that has gone on a night shift to come in the morning to make a meal.
You go home
Your
with that.
You go in. You have your hands. Go to the kitchen and make a meal by yourself. I bet my kids myself.
No.
Sometimes when she's not free.
Wait, relax. Don't worry. Don't cook. Wait, sit down. She'll come from the night. She'll cook and serve while kneeling. And pray.
What about so Donald? I asked the blessing a question earlier. You said you're tilting
towards
towards
50-50,
50-50,
yeah.
right? So for your scenario, like, let's say both partners earn roughly the same amount of money, right? And it's time to buy something, and you bring your 50, but your partner doesn't bring 50. Let's say your partner is a lady, obviously. So let's say your partner says, this time I can't bring 50 because of X, Y, Z things that I'm doing.
Yes.
You let it pass the first time. And the second time she says, I know only this time I still can't bring 50 because of.
It's the reason tangible. The person
She gives tangible reasons. She probably wants to do something very important to her. Is that something you continue to tolerate? Would you, or would there come a time when you would say, okay, no, I think I can do it for
emphatically no.
Oh my.
Right? There are times
That's
where
no.
it's a big no.
Okay.
There are times where you can tolerate. Of course, we can rub each other's back and cover for each other. That's what partners do. That's what couples should do, right? Or honey, I have something that I'm not saying all the time you should. I know some people, they are different school of thought that you need to say it all the time. And particularly like if it's genuine and you know what you are doing, it's okay. Okay, yeah. Again, that's where we can put in equality and shove it aside for a wee while, right? And I can cover for you at that instance. But if that becomes a repeated pattern of behavior, I should be able to step in, right? I don't know if you are putting it on away from somewhere. Yes!
Why do you keep going back to that guy? Go watch that video.
Yes! So tell me, what are you doing with that? I said it and I was very plain when I said it. Like, where's your money? Where are you putting it? Are you buying shares? If you are buying shares or you are investing, it's good. My name is on that investment as well.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But see, let's bring it back home to where we are currently located, and let's say Donald, you earn 1.5 per month, and your wife earns £1,900 per month. Okay, your bills that goes out each month is, let's say, £2,000. That's your bill, including your mortgage and the rest. Which means that if you are to contribute 50% each, your partner would be at a deficit of £100. But you're still okay. You still have about £500 surplus, which is your disposable income at the end of the day. Are you still going to dive into that situation, that scenario of that 50-50? Because I feel like
50-50.
Oh, do you love me at the end of the day?
50-50 doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
But he's saying if they earn, let's say, the same amount, it must be 50-50.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, put your money on the table, babe.
Because according to him, the chores, the non-monetary parts as well is 50-50. So
okay,
it's a fair deal. See, I'm going back. You see,
so I think we are still on the same. I think we're still on the same page at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just that you are saying 50-50. Okay,
so you are leaning.
I am leaning more
towards
proportional splits.
Yeah.
Because, see, for example, if my partner earns the same amount of salary as I do, definitely the bills should be split equally. Which also is the same thing as because you are splitting the bills based on your earning power. You're respecting both of your earning power. That's what proportional split means at the end of the day.
Can I ask you both of? Can I ask you guys, including you as well, just to hear what you guys think? Some people believe that regardless of how much I, as the lead, as a lady now, for instance, regardless of how much the lady earns,
And
right?
the man should.
The man should.
That's
foot the bills.
that's what I was about to say.
What would you say in that scenario?
You want to
So-
come? You want to go by
so-
me first or Onome
Okay.
first?
No, go with
So
Okay.
for me, like for me, I think that monetary financial compatibility is not just limited to both fully combined or proportional split or the 50-50. There are other types of financial compatibility, but today we're just looking at these two. But for that, I don't think that's right, because nowadays we talk about equality. We talk about, do you want to kill the man? No, it's true. Now marry, not keep person.
Of course.
So you don't want him to. The body will be too much. That's why we see that most
Sure.
men they die quickly. And
Oh,
they
thank
die.
you.
Don't just say
He's
hi.
done it. He's done it. He's
No,
done it.
I'm
She's
speaking
done
I'm
her
speaking
homework.
my truth. I'm speaking my truth. It's not necessarily the truth, but my truth is, I don't think that irrespective of how much we earn, the man should foot the bills. That's not being fair. That's not being fair at all.
Onome, I think that's like the traditional way of doing things.
That's the traditional way of doing
I'm
things.
so sorry.
So if you're
but
expecting him to
I
foot
think
all the
most
bills,
people,
then if he doesn't lift a finger in the house, you shouldn't complain.
yeah. So I think, and women, please, if you're still,
But like I would say, do what works for your home. Have the conversation.
No. This at this point, we cannot say do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do have the conversation. Do have the conversation. Some people
what
will
works
agree.
for your home.
No, some men
But
they agree
then-
that they will foot all the bills. You take care of the
Yeah,
bills.
of course.
I think those men that want to do that is because they have this ego.
No,
Ah,
not
let
necessarily
me,
true.
I want to be the man of the
Not
house.
necessarily
I want
true.
to be this. I want to be that.
No,
You're going to kill yourself.
that's not necessarily true. That's why I said have the conversation. We all differ. Have the conversation before you step in. For me personally, I would not want my husband or my spouse to foot everything,
It is crazy. It's ridiculous.
because I think it's too much of a burden.
It's ridiculous.
Because me, I like plenty things. I like to go on holidays. So will you foot all those things? That's when you see people going for work, especially in this part of our country. They go for shift back to back, and you hear that somebody slumps because they are not resting, because they are trying to meet up with too many demands.
So
Why don't you take help from your partner if they can?
just to answer what Joseph's question, I think for me, my truth is you shouldn't put all of the financial burden on the man. Neither should you put the financial burden on the woman.
Yeah.
And that's why I am still standing my ground on the proportional split. Because when you think with this mindset, you understand that there will be no pressure either on the man or on the woman. So we need to, again, like Onome rightly said, do what works for your home. But again, I think we're here also to talk to you guys, educate you, and for you to also reason with us on what is actually the right way to do things, in your home, wherever you're doing.
Yeah.
So growing up, in Nigeria, I think most of the homes I see, it's usually the men. The woman will stay at home.
Not necessarily true. I don't want to mention a place so they will not come for me. It's the women that do the things. The men, they tie up and sit down.
But
not
where I
necessarily
grew
true.
up, where I grew up from, at least I know that 90%, at least 90%, the men were always the one hustling. The women will tie up. No, not
You
home.
men take care of the home.
Of course, they'll take care of
They
the
do
home.
everything. That's the traditional way.
That's the traditional
The men
way
don't
of
lift
doing
a finger.
things, yeah. So if you bring that back into, again, some of the viewers might also argue and say, okay, oh no, I don't think that works for me. Most especially if they are probably in Nigeria. Here in the UK, how would you even survive it if you are putting all of this?
No, people do it. People do it. Go on social media. Go on social media. Yes, people do it. People do it. Yeah, people do it.
Surviving.
That's why I said everybody. The dynamics
How are you surviving,
of the
please?
family front is kind of tricky.
No,
And I said this is what it might be their agreement.
That's what I'm gonna say. It might be like you are the.
But do you know that even let's say for example, the man say, "Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of all the bills and everything," and inward, like inside, he's struggling.
He go die for inside. You gonna end up talking.
Exactly, and that's what you said. Most times, you hear people who they go for their night shift,
they slump.
they slump and they're dead.
There's one I read the other day.
Okay.
He went for break during night shift. They thought he was sleeping. They wondered he's due to be back. He's not yet back. And they went. He just passed.
And that's it. So we should be very careful.
And I know people will say, "How do you know he's stressed?" He's been working for 7 nights.
No rest.
No rest. See, sometimes it's good to rest because sometimes you don't know, but you cannot see what's happening inside your body. There's this in stress. Me, I like enjoyment. I like to go on holidays and all that. My husband hear me well, make money. So
So if you can hear, husband, please do
no,
this.
so I think we should. That's why we are partners.
Yeah.
We should help one another.
True.
Where the other one is lacking behind, raise
You're
the person
filling
up.
up the
Yeah,
gap.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's what my thing. But viewers, what do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you have anything more to say?
Yeah, I think drawing a conclusion here, I think myself and Blessing we've kind of come together. Yeah. It is all about communication.
Yeah.
What works for your marriage?
Yeah.
And please, guys, I would say discuss this really early in
Yeah.
your relationship so
So
that
you
you
know
don't
you're
end
getting
up
yourself
getting into it and you're
Start-
walking like this woman knows that I'm struggling. She might not know, and she might just feel that my money is for me. People do that, right? And
My money is my money. Your money is our money.
they have that, you see. So why? Obviously, we are in a equality era or whatever it is. I think wisdom is profitable sometimes.
Yeah.
There are just
Not
times
sometimes,
that-
all the time.
all the time.
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. Yeah, it's profitable all the time. Use your wisdom. You know when your partner is struggling, please assist.
Alright.
That might just be what they need at that particular time.
Yeah.
And
Blessing,
I
have
just
you got a final word for us?
Yeah, I do. Like Donald said, even the Bible says it. Wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yeah.
So we should be wise in the way we run our homes, deal with our finances. I think these are one of the issues that probably causes issues in homes, relationships, and
Yeah.
probably lead to divorce. So know when your partner is struggling. Try to. I think communication as well is also key. Learn to talk.
Yeah.
You're
speak up.
struggling as a lady, talk to your man. The man
Blessing might not
struggling,
know you're
talk to the
struggling.
lady, and then you guys can come together. In fact, there's something you can also do. Get an Excel sheet. How much do you earn? The other person says how much you earn, and then you tell you put in all of your expenditures, and you're able to see how best can we try to switch things up.
I even cut down costs
And
sometimes.
sometimes there are
Because
some things
very
there are some
necessary.
things that we buy each month that are probably not necessary. You can do without them.
Ladies
So these are
especially.
things.
I've got tons of clothes that I don't even know this.
Everything.
Not me, I didn't say that.
Yeah, so
I'm
these
casting
these are
myself.
things that we can do to help our home. And yeah, I think that's all from
Joseph.
Yeah, just to buttress on what both of them have already said, communication is very important, but most especially communication from the male side.
All right.
Guys tend to bottle up a lot of
yeah.
things. They tend to, because traditionally men are
Therefore.
providers, so
Big ego.
exactly. So guys tend to have a very massive ego,
All right.
and it doesn't let them talk.
Okay.
This video is just to, let you guys especially now, talking to guys especially, always talk. It's don't bottle. You guys are partners for a reason, right? So always talk to your partner. It doesn't make you less of a man if you talk. People say guys don't cry. It's not true.
Wow. I've
Doesn't-
seen them cry.
It doesn't make you less of a man, because the problem with not sharing is you hold everything up inside.
Yeah, and you explode.
You create the facade that everything is okay. And then one day you just explode, and that's it.
And
So
partner is like,
always talk to your partner, talk to yourselves.
all right, people, we've heard it all today. So clear communication, especially discussing this before getting to the marriage.
Yeah.
So that's it for most people. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.